Be looking into nested if statements in C programming. What is nested if? So before looking into nested if, we'll look into the term nested. Something is said to be nested if it contains the same kind of thing within itself. So for easier understanding, we can look into this diagram. We can see there's an arrow mark within another arrow mark. So this is what basically nested if means. A nested if means if statement within another if statement. So we can look into the syntax of nested if. So if we look into the syntax, we can understand that there is if condition at the first, within which there's another if else statement. So this if else statement is known as the nested if else body part. So let's see how this works. If this condition is true, then the compiler executes this nested loop. If it is false, then it executes the else in the outer part. If the condition is true in the first place, it executes this if and it checks for the condition. If it is true, then it executes this statement. If it is false, it executes this statement. This is how nested if works in C programming. So we can look into the start and understand how nested if works. So the compiler checks for the condition of the if statement. If it is true, it goes into the nested if part and it executes this part. If it is false, it goes into the else part and executes else part. So this is how nested if works. So we can look into this small example. So this program is basically to compare two numbers and their values. So we are getting two variables first, two variables of integer data type through scan statements, and we are checking the first condition, if variable 1 is equal to variable 2 or not. So if it is not equal, then this if condition becomes true and it executes this statement which mentions variable 1 is not equal to variable 2, and it gets executed to the nested if else part. In the nested if else part, we have this first condition under if, which is says variable 1 is greater than variable 2. This is the condition. If this condition is true, then this statement is executed. If it is false, then this statement is executed. If variable 1 is not equal to variable 2, this condition is false, which means variable 1 is equal to variable 2, the else statement is executed in the first place. So we can easily understand from that this nested if reduces lots of time for us, because if we compare these values of variable 1 and variable 2 separately, it will require long time for us to process this amount of information. So nested if is used to reduce the time complexity, and it can help in code optimization. So when to use nested if? Usually nested if are used when you require more than one results and testing under different conditions.
Thank you.